Hi, so today and this whole week, I'm going to be replacing my screen time with my hobbies. And I've already started today. So basically, my screen time every day is between 5 and 6 hours, which is a lot. A lot of time I could be spending on my hobbies, which I have not done in a long time. Instead, I just scroll mainly on TikTok or Instagram, sometimes YouTube. So it's mainly short form content that is the problem. So I've already started today. I woke up, I made sourdough bread, which is now still fermenting. I prepped my breakfast for the next 2 weeks, and so I also had breakfast. I did a workout. I cleaned my whole apartment. I tidied everything before. I did a lot of self care. I showered. I even made sourdough discard crackers, which I've never done before, but I had a lot of discards. And I think I forgot to film the end result, but I already ate them. Anyway, now it's time to actually start replacing the screen time with actual hobbies. Although baking sourdough is a hobby, first things first, I'm going to have to think about what hobby I will be doing right now. Because I have a lot of different hobbies, but I've also noticed I'm really someone that I just always move like I'm in a rush, no matter what I'm doing. If it's a hobby, if it's self care, it can be just cooking, anything I do, cleaning. Most of the time, I'm just moving like I am in a rush, which also most of the time I am not. So that's hopefully one thing that I can stop doing. I don't know if it's possible to change that about myself in a week. Let's go. I'm back. Okay, so I decided that I'm going to prime two panels, wooden panels, to paint on. I usually paint with oil paints, but I'm going to prime them with acrylic and gesso. I don't think I've ever used these panels yet to paint on, so this will be a first. I'm going to try and create some light brown beige kind of color to prime it with. I'm excited though, I haven't painted in a long time. Ooh, I should shake this first. Probably don't even need this much. Because since I have a lot of time on my hands right now, I'm going to really try and make a detailed painting and take my time and not be in a rush. Because I'm gonna sketch the painting I want to do first, which is something I've done a couple times, but usually I don't. Because usually I just want to get right into painting, and I don't want to sketch anything. So I kind of sketch it with the paint itself. I've made way too much though, I think. I'm not sure. Okay, this is completely hard. Because one thing about me, I ruin all my brushes. That's really bad. Should have probably gotten some type of protection for the table and my clothes. But it's acrylic. Be better than oil paint, I guess. I'm just gonna do 1 or 2 layers of this, and I'm just gonna dry it, make sure it dries with my hairdryer. And once that's done, I'll be back. They are done, primed and well, and it took 3 layers of paint, and then I still had a lot of paint left. So I also primed 3 of these actual canvas panels. So I'm ready and prepped to paint a lot. Also, I gave up about trying to keep the table clean, and I thought, oh, it's just gonna be really easy to clean off. Well, guess what? It was actually really, really difficult. But it's clean now. So we're ready to paint, but before we do that, I have this painting that I'm going to varnish. And I'm gonna varnish it with the same brush I just used. So I hope that I cleaned this really well, because if not, could be ruined. Okay. Every time I think I have it, I don't. Also, I have it. I've just also shaped my sourdough loaves. So those will be ready to bake tomorrow. I'll put them in the fridge in like 20 minutes. I'm just gonna pour it on here. I've never done that actually. But it will be fine. It's so cool that you can actually see the color coming back. I don't know if you can see that on camera because I'm really focusing right now. Especially darker colors, you can really see them coming back to life. Should have probably opened the window. Okay, so I'll let it dry for a little bit. And then I'll come back to it to check if everything is shiny. So I can see if everything is varnished. Back again, guys. I'm going to cheat. I think about 2 years ago right now, I made a painting, a big painting, and I sketched for it, which I almost never do. And I made a whole grid, and I didn't plan it out well because some of the birds that I painted were almost smaller than a square in the grid. So as I was doing that and sketching, I did not like it, and I thought I'm never doing this again. So that same week, I bought this, and I still never used it because I just usually go right into painting. I said that before, but what can I say? But now I really want to take my time. I want to get into the details, which I never do. Well, I do, but not really. I'm really gonna try and really not rush this painting. Even take days if I need to. Hopefully this works. No, I tested it, but I haven't used it in a long time. Also, my sourdough is now in the fridge. I don't really know why I didn't film any of that, really. But I'll film them tomorrow when I bake them. I think they might be slightly over fermented because I hadn't baked in like longer than a month. So my sourdough starter had been in the fridge for longer than a month. And so I thought it would be a little bit not as good, but I guess it was. And now it's a little bit over fermented, but maybe that's a good thing because I've never had like a huge rise, like a huge sourdough loaf. I'll insert some pictures. Like some of them have come out really flat. Some of them have come out fine. We'll see what happens this time, but they've always been delicious. Actually, I still need to find a picture to paint. I think I'm gonna paint a kingfisher, if that's what it's called. But yeah, I'm gonna try. I think I saw a picture with like water splashing up, and that's gonna be really difficult for me to paint. So I think I'm gonna do that to practice it. That would be really cool. But I need to find the picture first. Also, it's already almost 4 p.m. I did a lot today, but tomorrow it's gonna be just mostly painting, I think. But today's not over yet, so I'm just gonna get started. Guess what, guys? I just remembered why I never used it for painting. That's not the reason. Look. It's just not very detailed. And there's only one setting, which makes it more blurry. And moving this does not make it better. So pretty much I'm gonna have to draw, which is exactly what I did not want to do. But I guess we have a lot of time to kill anyway with not being on screens. But I might make dinner first, then go on a walk, and then draw. And I'm not really good at drawing. I always say I'm better at painting than drawing. Or should I just not draw? No, I should. That's like another thing though, like with your hobbies, you don't want to apply hustle culture because it's something you like to do. You don't have to get better. You don't have to finish something you don't want to finish. You don't have to do it ever. If you're bad at it, doesn't matter because it's your hobby. So that's something I'm working on. Like I don't have to finish everything I started before I start something new and see it as like another chore. But obviously, it's nice to get better at something if you like to do that. And I like to get better at drawing and painting. So let's go. Good morning. We are back. Maybe you hear the oven in the background because that's the sourdough bread baking. I woke up at 5 a.m. today and I went on a run. I've had breakfast. While the oven was preheating for like 30 minutes, I did absolutely nothing, which was kind of nice because yesterday I was really like go, go, go. As I was doing one thing, I was already thinking, okay, what can I do after this? Oh, I'm doing this. Now, oh, now I can do this. Now I can do this. Now I can do this. I was constantly doing something. And today's just been pretty slow start. It's almost 8:30 now, so it's still early, but yeah, it's been nice and I think I'm about to draw because I hope I have a little solution for my projector problem. So yeah, we'll see about that. I guess right now. It's not the best solution because I didn't get it to line up perfectly, but this is the idea. And so I won't be able to probably sketch it out perfectly with a lot of details, but I'll get the general shape and just start the details with paint. So it's better than nothing, I think. I just finished drawing it, but there also apparently was 2-minute timer on the app because I have the free version. So I had to be quick. So I just have the base of this. And basically I'm ready to paint now. These are my breads, by the way. They're just done. They're kind of flat. And if you're wondering what happened with this one, it was stuck in the bottom of the pot because I ran out of baking sheets. And it went fine with the first one, but this one stuck on the bottom. I probably won't know exactly why until I cut into them and see the crumb. Then I'll know if it was over or under fermented. So I think now it's time to paint. This is my setup right here. I have the canvas right here. I'll have my palette right there with my brush cleaner and oils. And then I'll be filming a time lapse with my phone right here that's charging right there. And I'll put my iPad stand right next to the painting with the picture and that's charging right there. So yeah, it's quite a nice elaborate setup, guys. It feels really professional. I've just gotten back from a walk. I've already had dinner and I've played some more Sudoku, but it's actually crazy that I'm doing that right now, like to rest my brain instead of doom scrolling. But when you think about it, it's not actually resting to scroll on your phone. Your brain needs to process all that information. Although I do have to do math. Or not math, but like a puzzle for the Sudokus. But it is still relaxing and it's still like I can still think my own thoughts, and process my own day, my own experiences while I'm doing it. And it's not overstimulating at all. And really, whenever I just feel like, oh, I don't want to paint right now, or I don't want to do anything major activity right now, I'll either just sit on a couch and do absolutely nothing, just think about life, just try to be present and rest, or I'll just play Sudokus. Anyway, right now I'll go back to painting and I'll show you how far along I am. I've painted now the parts that I was fairly confident I could do when I really put my mind to it. But now it's time to paint the part that I really have no idea how to tackle, which is the water splash. I've never painted anything like it. Looking forward to see how I do it. Hi, so it's the next day, and yesterday evening, after I finished the first layer of the painting, I finished the evening with playing some Split Fiction, which I thought was fun because I haven't PlayStationed in a long time because I've been scrolling on my phone, and that was kind of a hobby too. But before I go and try and finish my painting, I'm gonna show you some other creative hobbies that you could maybe do or that I might do later in this video. First off is wood carving. I've only carved spoons yet, but I think it's something really fun and it's easy to learn. Something else I made is this recipe book. These you can just... I've only finished 2 recipes yet. And I try to do it in kind of a journaling creative way, so that's been really fun. And I'm still working on my 3rd one, but I haven't been for a long time. So maybe this week, who knows? Then I think I've mentioned sculpting with clay before in this video. So this took a longer time, but I don't know if you can see. And then this opens up. With magnets, and then these letters and this ball lights up. So that's obviously a little bit more work, but I've made little things with clay too, which I think is just really fun. I was thinking about maybe sculpting PlayStation characters, but that would be a lot of work. And last thing I have here is I made my own foraging book because I wanted to know more about plants and edible plants, medicinal herbs, and I wanted to actually remember. So what better way than to make your own foraging book? So I'm going through the most common plant families where I live. And I've only done 2. And I know I've already researched this plant family, so I could do everything, but then I still need to draw everything and write it down. And at the time that seemed like too much work, but it could be fun to just research something that you've always wanted to know more about, or that you're just really interested in, or that you already know a lot about, and make your own book about it and make drawings with it, and it just makes you feel like a kid trying to be a scientist, which is pretty cool. But today I'm probably going to finish the painting, hopefully, actually, because that would be nice, because it's in the middle of the living room. It's kind of big, a big setup, and there's a lot of paint stuff right now, so it's nice to kind of wrap it up and clean it all up again. But yeah, yesterday when I finished the first layer of the painting, I thought, this is not great. But now that I look at it, I think, oh, it has potential. So hopefully I'll be able to make it in the way that I want it. And yeah, I'm wearing the same clothes because these already have stains on them. So if I get paint on them, it's not that bad. So let's go. Good morning. I have something to say. So yesterday when I finished my painting, I was like, yeah, I deserve some YouTube time, which is long form content, so that wasn't necessarily the type of content I was trying to avoid, or the type of screen time I was trying to avoid, because I had already replaced all my phone screen time with hobbies yesterday. But still, I watched YouTube for probably almost 2 hours, which was still not exactly what I was trying to do this week. And I also scrolled through my own gallery, my own pictures, for like 30 minutes because I needed something low effort to do. So that means I just need more low effort hobbies like reading. But the thing is with reading, the last 2 weeks I've been reading a book which I don't really like. So I didn't want to read that book. But I felt like, oh, I need to finish that book first and then I can pick another one that I do like. But obviously, as we all realize, I literally don't have to do that. So I've just had breakfast and I've already picked a book that I can read on my little e reader. And so I'll be doing that. I think today I'm just gonna be reading a lot because I feel like the last couple of days this is like the first week that I've been spending a lot of time on hobbies again. So right now I'm like, wow, I just need to not think for myself and not have to do anything myself really, but just take in somebody else's story. And that can be nice sometimes too. Although, I mean, I think I said this in my last video, like we need time just to not take anything in and just be with our own thoughts. Right now, I feel like I just need the opposite. Also, like, I wish I could go outside more. I mean, I could, but the weather has not been too great for it. But the weather has been great to be like sitting inside, working on my cozy hobbies. Because it's been raining, it's been storming, there was a thunderstorm, lightning coming down, everything. And one good thing as well, I have been doing all my workouts this week. That's been nice. It's been fine to just eat without watching something. Although yesterday I did have dinner and watch YouTube. So today I'll probably be reading, cleaning the house a little bit. I have cleaned all my painting supplies, which is nice. And I'm gonna do my workout for today, which is running again. I was gonna do it outside, but I did not. And I think it's gonna have to be on the treadmill. But yeah, I've got my coffee, I've got my book. I'm set for at least like 2 hours, probably. Just gonna relax, just gonna read. Gonna be great. Hi, it's already the end of the week. It's already Sunday, and my plan was to do this Monday till Friday, but actually, Saturday and Sunday, I just continued. I didn't scroll my phone, I didn't waste time, and I actually was just reading a lot. I've been completely the last few days in a reading phase, and so that's been really nice. And honestly, this week I haven't really done anything so special. Definitely not anything life changing, but at least I've done things that I still remember now. Because, I couldn't tell you the last time I watched TikToks, every TikTok I saw, not even one. So, sometimes, yes, it gives you inspiration or motivation to do something, but mostly it's just a waste of time. You're looking at other people doing the thing that you want to do. And sometimes you just need to start doing it. And I know for a fact that if I hadn't like challenged myself to do that this week, I would not have done any of the things that I did, other than cooking, working out, things you have to do. I would not have painted. I would not have read any books. I wouldn't have played Sudoku. I would not even have played Split Fiction. I would just think like, oh, I'm tired. I can reward myself with doing absolutely nothing, and that would actually mean actually just scrolling on my phone, which is not doing absolutely nothing. It might be worse. But anyway, I haven't done that at all this week and I haven't really missed it. Eating without watching something is not even that bad, and actually I've noticed, the signs of getting full earlier. So that's a thing that could be nice. Some other thing that I noticed is I've slept better, and actually I've gotten tired more. I've gotten tired earlier than I usually would with waking up at the exact same times. But I think just because, especially in the evening, you're just watching YouTube or you grab your phone. At least that's what I do. And I just scroll, and you're like, oh, I'm tired. I can't really start doing anything, any activity. So you just do something that makes you think that you don't have to think. So you're just scrolling on your phone. And I guess you're able to do that for a long time until you actually feel really tired. But nowadays, obviously, it was I either do absolutely nothing or I do something actually in real life myself. So I just noticed I was ready for bed early and I was actually tired and I fell asleep faster because obviously I'm not on my phone in bed. Same thing for the mornings. I just woke up and I didn't go on my phone, so I actually got up. So those have been the biggest changes, and I think I'll definitely, I mean, of course, sometimes I'll still grab my phone and I know that there's things out there that I want to see, or maybe I I know that there will be days that I will scroll on my phone and that's fine, but I don't think it'll be such a big part of my life anymore, I hope. I mean, last video I said like, oh, my life has changed, but then my actual life changed a lot. Lots happened, good things, and I actually kind of fell back into watching a lot of YouTube, TikToks, everything. So that's why I decided to do this, which been really nice. And it just goes to show that even if you have low energy weeks, like I'm sure men do as well, of course, but especially women, there's just certain weeks in your cycle when you need to rest more. So you probably feel like, "Oh, I can't really do any actual activities. I don't have the energy for it." But this week I did a lot of reading. It doesn't take much effort at all, and it's actually very relaxing. And I'm sure there's way more activities out there that are super relaxing other than literally doing nothing on your phone, basically wasting time. Because I can't really imagine right now being like, wow, I've had a long day, let's relax and scroll my phone for 2 hours. Because right now it just feels like an absolute waste of time. I'm pretty sure it'll happen one day, but definitely not every day, definitely not soon. And so, yeah, I might not have done the coolest things this week, but I still remember what I did. I still remember everything. The week actually felt like a week, and it didn't feel like, how is the week already over? Like I said, if I went into my TikTok history right now, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't, you know, I'm pretty sure I would see a lot of videos that I already forgot about, or I'm think, oh yeah, I saw that, but it had no impact on me or on my life, or my life's the same whether I'd seen that or not. So yeah, I encourage everybody to do this for at least a week, and you'll not miss it. If you find things to replace that time with, you will not miss it. I mean, there's certain moments when you might instinctively reach for your phone, but even that, after a week, that's gone now. And that's pretty quick. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you're still watching, thank you so much. I hope you got some motivation and inspiration right now. Right now, this might be one of the last YouTube videos you're watching this week if you got inspired. And I mean, it's not a crime to spend some time on screens. It's not a crime to not be at the place you want to be at yet. But every day you could just spend a little bit more time on the things you actually want to do. And you'll probably see that that actually gives you more energy to do more things that you want to do. And yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed and see you next time. Bye.